Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a good day so far. Let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat on the floor. You can sit with your legs crossed. You can also sit with your legs sitting out in front of you, or if you prefer, and if there's space and the coaches can help you decide this, you can lay on your back with your head resting on the ground, your feet flat on the ground, just a little wider than your hips, the width of your hips, and allow your knees to fall in towards each other and lean on one another. This can help just release some stress and tension around the low back, which is common for those of us who sit in class or in front of a computer. For the coaches, as always, please go ahead, dim any lights that you're able to dim, quiet any conversations that might be going on, or mute a television, just so we can have a few minutes of as much quiet and peace as we possibly can. So for the students, I'd like you to go ahead and gently close your eyes. If you find it challenging for you to keep your eyes closed, if there's noises or someone else may be moving or adjusting their body next to you, you can just cover your eyes with your hands, and that will allow you to stay really in your own experience and not worry about what anybody else is doing, because right now what you're really just thinking about is your own experience and the meditation we're about to do. So let's begin by just noticing our breath, and just take notice if your breath feels quick, if it feels slow. Does it feel shallow, where it's kind of all up in your shoulders and in the top of your chest, or does it feel deep, where your inhales are feeling like they're almost going all the way down to your belly? And the idea is for us to have slow, deep breaths. We do this because that actually calms our nervous system. So just by conscientiously slowing down our breath, taking notice. And one of the best ways to slow down your breath is actually to extend your exhales. Because if you have a really long, deep exhale, you're letting all that old air out, and you have to take a big inhale in order to basically fill your body up with air, versus just a shallow inhale, exhale. If you can inhale slowly through your nose, exhale slowly out your mouth. And you can almost contract your abdominal muscles as if you're doing a crunch or a sit-up in order to really push out the last bit of the air, because then when all that air is out, you can take that long, slow inhale. And as we're noticing our breath, I'm going to walk you through what is called a loving kindness meditation. This comes from a Buddhist tradition. Buddhism is a spiritual practice. It's not really a religion, but it's a spiritual practice, and so much of it just is about staying present in the moment and on focusing on compassion for yourself and others. So it's something that you can take from, whether you have a religious practice of your own. This doesn't conflict with that, which is wonderful, because you can really take some of these great bits, and in fact it aligns with a lot of stuff, especially anybody who's part of any of the big religious traditions. So much of what those teachers teach is about compassion, kindness, and love for our neighbor. So in this loving kindness meditation, I want you to first begin by imagining in your mind, just behind your closed eyes, I want you to see yourself standing there. And you can just imagine yourself sitting or laying down as you are. If you prefer, you can imagine yourself standing, and picture yourself in a really beautiful setting. And that's going to be different for everybody. For some people, that might be on the beach, where you can hear the waves crashing. For others, that might be in a forest with lots of trees and birds chirping and the leaves rustling. For others, that might be a really beautiful building, perhaps a really gorgeous home, or just a really lovely, pretty building with some artwork and some nice cozy furniture. So just see yourself in whatever this beautiful space is for you. And I want you to imagine that you're saying to yourself, and this will all be done silently, but you're going to say these words in your silent mind to that image of yourself. I want you to repeat after me silently. Just, may you have happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you experience joy and ease. May you have happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you experience joy and ease. And take a moment to let that sink in. And then I want you in your mind's eye to allow the vision of another person to enter into the room with you. And this should be somebody that you have really positive feelings towards. So perhaps a family member or a friend who you really love and you feel very loved by. Perhaps someone that you have great gratitude for, a teacher, a coach, a neighbor, again, a family member or a friend, but just someone that you feel really positively about. And so in your mind's eye, invite them into that beautiful space and have them sit down next to you. And again, in your mind's eye, I want you to say these words to them. May you have happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you experience joy and ease. May you have happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you experience joy and ease. And everybody go ahead and take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale at the mouth. And now in this space in your mind, I want you to invite in somebody who perhaps you have a more challenging relationship with. And that could be someone who you have felt hurt by. That could be somebody who you've had just difficulty with, maybe an argument, maybe you disagree with, or maybe they have been unkind to you. And so in your mind's eye, I want you to invite them in and invite them to sit down next to you and to this other person. And with this moment, we're obviously going to say those similar words to them. Before we do, take a moment and see if you can just acknowledge in your mind's eye that this person who perhaps has been hurtful or difficult or challenging to you has also been hurt, also has their own trauma. And just for this moment, even though it does not excuse any behavior, see if you can just acknowledge in your mind that this person has also gone through suffering. And now, silently, to that challenging person, to that difficult person, say to them, may you have happiness, may you be free from suffering, may you experience joy and ease. May you have happiness, may you be free from suffering, may you experience joy and ease. And one final action I'd like you to do, I'd like you as you watch yourself sitting with these two people, I want you to see a bright golden light extending from your heart in this vision. And I want you to see that bright golden light wash all over you and extend to those two people, the person who you have very positive feelings about and the person that you have very negative feelings about. And just sit for a moment and see if just for this moment, you can allow that peace and that compassion to be a part of your experience and a part of their experience. And go ahead and take another deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Students, you can go ahead and gently open your eyes or uncover your eyes. And take a moment and just sit with yourself and see how you feel after doing this exercise. Oftentimes we find it fairly easy to extend compassion and care for those that we have really positive feelings for, whether it's in person or in our own imagination and our own, visioning. But it can be really, really challenging to extend that compassion to those who have hurt us, who we've had difficult relationships with. But I want to encourage you to make this a part of your practice, especially if you do find yourself having a difficult time with someone. You don't even have to encounter them in real life. That might not be the best move for you, in fact. But in your mind, you can energetically, in your mind and your heart, really, you can energetically extend compassion to them by just saying those words of may you have happiness, may you be free from suffering, and may you experience joy and ease. Because we know that when people are experiencing happiness, freedom from suffering, and joy and ease, that they tend to be much better to all those around them. So we want to wish that for all the people of the world, because with all the people of the world having less suffering, more joy, more happiness that benefits all of us, every single one of us, including you. And go ahead, and if you feel that you need to just stretch your body, move a little bit, tilt your neck from side to side, roll your shoulders up and down. Perhaps just move your legs from side to side. If you're laying down or you have your legs extended out in front of you, you can do that. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for being here. I wish you all the best. I wish you well every single moment. And I hope that you consider these ideas and this idea of compassion and how important it is that we extend it to ourselves, for sure, and to those around us. Thank you.